in Baseball Town. We're playing 2 today as a part of a doubleheader. Yesterday, Tuesday, the first game of the series was rained out, so we'll have a nice 2 today here in a sunny and beautiful day in Reading, Pennsylvania, as the Fightin' Phils take on the Altoona Curve for the first time since 2019. Will they see the Pirates affiliate? I'm Emily Messina. Thank you so much for joining me here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Whether you're wrapping up your day at work, maybe you've got a while to go, you just started your shift. Looking forward to bringing you through that and entertaining you here with Baseball Town. Baseball, as the Reading Fightin' Phils will send James MacArthur out to the mound to start off this doubleheader. He'll face off against righty Mike Burrows from Altoona. It is 82 degrees here. It is sunny. It is warm. There is not a cloud in the sky. Much different from yesterday. Wind barely blowing in the breeze will not have an impact on the contest whatsoever, as the Fightin' Phils fans start to enter the ballpark here for game 1 of a doubleheader. Lots going on at the park. The second game will start about 30 minutes after the first, but right now we'll stick with game 1 as the Reading Fightin' Phils wear their home black uniforms here to start things off, home white pants, and of course the retro R-Train logo on the cap. The Curve will wear their road gray pants and the maroon tops with white lettering. The Pirates affiliates will have a red and black cap on as well. Logan O'Hoppe back behind the plate for the Fightin' Phils. He'll be catching for James MacArthur. Kevin Vicuña out at third. Jonathan Guzman at short. Sal Gazzo at second. And Josh Akami at first. Aldrum Corridor in left, Jack Conley in center, and Hunter Marquardt in right. So manager Sean Williams going with a little bit of a different defensive positioning here. A little bit of a different lineup today, and I like it. I like what we're going to see. Andres Alvarez is going to lead things off for the Curve. The righty steps into the batter's box, and James MacArthur delivers a first pitch outside as the time in 4:47 p.m. Middle infielders back, corner infielders playing, and ground ball left side. It stays fair. Vicuña across the diamond. The first play is out number 1. That bounced very close to the line, but it stayed fair, and Vicuña made the play nice and calm and quiet. It's Evan Johnson back behind the plate. Ray Valero over at first, and Brian DeBrouwer joining this crew for the week as the crew chief Mike Snover was called up to AAA. Here's MacArthur against Jared Triolo. Takes a first pitch strike. 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Calls time. He steps out. Lots going on in this series. These two teams have not met for 2-3 years. It's been a long time as MacArthur goes down and away. 1-1. When they did play in 2019, Reading took the series 5-1. Although those games were split up, they weren't 6-game sets like they are now. Here comes Mack, gets a late swinging strike, and he gets Alvarez out on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. What a pitch by James MacArthur here to get 2 outs. Mack's last few starts have been really, really solid. He's gone 5 or 6 innings the past few times. His last outing, 5 innings, 6 hits, and just 1 earned run. No walks and 5 strikeouts. Really, really solid as he sends a first pitch ball here. Blake Sable, the designated hitter. This is sent down the right field line. Now I'm getting myself confused because that one that was originally a ground out that thought was fair was actually foul. So we go back to Alvarez. Now the count makes sense. So now it all makes sense to me. So we go back. Alvarez was the first out with the strikeout swinging. That ground ball was actually foul. Ran it all the way. They did the whole play. And then he went back. So he struck out swinging. This is Jared Triolo. 3 balls and a strike here. Mac working through the first inning. The first is typically a little bit tougher as this pitch goes up the middle, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Fielding it is Jack Conley. He tosses it in. Triolo has a single to land himself on first hit of the game. A 6.30 ERA in the first inning. Trying to get out of it. But to be fair, Reading has not given him a lot of run support in his starts. This is start number 11 for James MacArthur on the season. He's been one of Reading's leading starters this whole time. Moving up the prospect list, too, as Bryson Stott was out of it. Here's Sable from the left side. A ball and a strike. MacArthur getting the first strike. 19 on the prospect list. As I said, Bryson Stott graduated. Mickey Moniak is still in that list. He should graduate, too, with service time in the majors as Sable fouls this back. Runner on first takes a little bit of a lead, Triolo. Josh Ockamy is keeping him on. And MacArthur comes home with the punch out. Hits the outside corner going off speed. Drops his 95 fastball down to 83. And he punches out. Sable looking. There's 2 outs on 2 strikeouts. Leover Peguero. Up here. Peguero on the Pirates' 40-man roster. Only one currently on the team that is on the 40-man roster. Infield backs up except for Josh Ockamy holding the runner on as Peguero takes a first pitch strike. And he gets him on a pitch down and away, 0-2. 2 outs here, top of the first. There is a runner on, but nobody out. Umpires in their daytime blues. Checks his swing. Does he go around? He does. And James MacArthur allows a hit, but he strikes out the side. And that will do it here in the first. He gives his team the opportunity to get on the board first here as we head to the bottom half, 0-0 in Baseball Town. The Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both die-hard and casual fans with its summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Golden Oaks is an award-winning high-end golf club that offers golfers a country club experience without country club prices. With 5 sets of tees, golfers of every skill level will enjoy their game. Golden Oaks has Bogey's Pub, a beautiful pro shop, driving range, and learning center that will make any visit complete. Golden Oaks Golf Club is the perfect venue for private events and golf outings. Visit us for our newly opened golf simulators, complete with its own bar area and Bogey's Pub menu items available. You can stay in our beautifully restored 1850s farmhouse and then play our award-winning championship golf course. Each room includes full amenities, cable television, and quaint rustic decor. While on the premises, visit Bogey's Pub for lunch, dinner, or a relaxing beverage. We're ready to serve you here at Golden Oaks and look forward to the 2022 season.
Well, James MacArthur struck out the side after allowing a hit in the top of the first. What a way to start it off for the number 19 prospect for the Phillies as he gets out of the top of the first. Clean onto the bottom half. Kevin Vicuña is going to lead us off for Reading. It'll be Vicuña, Akami, Ortiz, and Ohapi in that number 4 hole as he's really slid into nicely. Vicuña takes a first pitch strike and fouls back the second one, down 0-2. Aldrum Corridor batting 5th, Jack Conley 6th, and Guzman, Gazzo, and Marquardt fill in 7 through 9. Mike Burrows out on the mound from Connecticut as Vicuña fouls back another one. His family in attendance. I can tell by the jerseys they're wearing right in front of me. This is Vicuña's just second time leading off this summer. And he strikes out on some high heat. Burrows hits 96. There's out number 1 here in the top of the first. Let's go through the defensive positioning here. Burrows throwing to Dylan Shockley back behind the plate. Frazier, Sanchez, and Scott left to right across the outfield. Triolo at third, Peguero at short, and then Alvarez and Cita on the right side of the infield. This is crushed out to center field. Sanchez on the run. He makes the catch, and on one pitch, there is out number 2 for Jalen Ortiz. Something to mention here. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. It was quite a while ago, and I think these guys are professionals, but Ray Valero did eject manager Sean Williams back on May 15th versus the Bowie series, arguing a called strike to Josh Akami. So, we will let you know if that comes up at the game. I don't think so. Ortiz takes a ball and a strike with 2 outs on the board. The infield backs up as well. And Ortiz takes a 97-mile-an-hour fastball through and through. And he comes up with a strike. Fans, thanks so much for tuning in today. Emily Messina on the air. Appreciate you listening from wherever you are. I know some of you tried to come out to this game yesterday and were patient enough to sit in the stands and wait for us, but couldn't get the contest done as Ortiz holds off on a pitch down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Burrows deals, and Ortiz gets this in the hole on the left side. A base hit here with 2 outs in the first. 0-0, Reading trying to get on the board. Logan Ohapi heads up. He takes the signs from manager Sean Williams down the third base line. Mike Jones over at first, as always. Reading's got a runner on first and 2 outs, but they've got their cleanup hitter up at the plate. Catcher that bats .301, Logan Ohapi. Takes a pitch on the outside. Of course, the Sheets RBI guy. If he gets an RBI, everybody in the ballpark goes home with a free coupon for a specialty drink at Sheets. Here's the 1-0. Hits the outside corner. 1-1. Jalen Ortiz down at first. He's had 3 stolen bases this season. Reading looking to get on the board early and often. This is game 1 of a doubleheader, so just 7 innings. Burrow fires. Ohapi gets a piece of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not a cloud in the sky. Very sunny. Should be sunny this entire at least first game. So a lot of guys eye black out there. A lot of guys sunglasses as well. See if the sun impacts the contest at all. With 2 outs on the board and a runner on first, the 1-2 to Ohapi is way down and away. 97 again by Burrows here. Burrow's an 11th round draft pick back in 2018, drafted out of high school, so he's only 22 years old, which is on the younger end for Double-A as Ohapi grounds this to the second baseman. He's going to go over to first. Ohapi a step behind the throw, and that'll do it. Reading also strands a runner on in the first inning. We'll go into the second scoreless at America's Classic Ballpark.
The Reading Fightin Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spend time in baseball town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkescommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike.
Top of the second, James MacArthur back on the rubber after allowing a hit and striking out the side. In the first, he'll be back on to see Matt Frazier, Brent Sitta, and Connor Scott scoreless here in the top of the second. James MacArthur's wife and daughter in the crowd, Lenny watching her dad from right behind the plate. This is fouled down the third base line in the air. Kevin Vicuña has time to run over and make the play, and on one pitch there is out number one here for Mac. Nobody from the Fightin Phils has thrown a complete game yet. I think a doubleheader and James MacArthur is probably on a kind of the sweet spot if it were to happen. Today's potential if he keeps a low pitch count and depends on the score. Although I would think at the most he would go through 6 and there would be somebody to close for the 7th. But I know it's a bullpen game for game number 2, so that might, you don't want to go through the bullpen if you don't have to. We'll see what manager Sean Williams decides as this is punched into right field by Sitta. He'll have a base hit to his name, and Altoona will have a runner on. With just one out here for the right fielder, Connor Scott. Scott takes a first pitch strike. He came over to the Pirates organization as a trade for Jacob Stallings. Miami. Kind of whole different Miami to the Pirates. As Mac comes home on the knees, back-to-back strikes. He's got him 0-2. Originally drafted in the 13th round by Miami and then traded for a couple other guys that we'll see on this Altoona team this series in November of 2021. So first season in the Pirates affiliate, batting .286, just 3 hits, 38 hits. That was going to say 3 hits. The 8 shifted a little bit on me. 38 hits and .286, not bad for your first season with a new affiliate. He comes up with a runner on first. And just one out. Mac has him 1-2 here. He gets the sign from catcher Logan Ohapi. And the pitch is inside. Does it hit him in the shin? It does. The back foot nabs him just a little bit, and that will send a runner to first and a runner to second here with just one out. Here's Lolo Sanchez. With 2 runners on and just 1 out. Mac working through the second inning. It's scoreless here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Would definitely like to keep it that way. Got the first out on 1 pitch. Now is allowed a hit and a hit by pitch, although he was really ahead of Connor Scott when he had the hit by pitch, so we'll see if he can keep it rolling. The 1-0 grounded down the third base line, foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Glove of the chest for Mac. 2 runners on, 1 out. He gives a look back to second, and he comes home. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sitta at second base, who'd have to move for Connor Scott, has only had 1 stolen base on the season. And there's only 1 out on the board early in the game, but again, this is just 7 innings. Not as much time as you're used to try to accumulate the runs. Checking his swing is Sanchez, but he doesn't go around. 3 balls and 1 strike, and James MacArthur in danger of loading the bases here. But at the same time, 1 pitch could result in 2 outs, and that could just change the game. Takes a deep breath, and he comes home. The 3-1 is a called strike at the knees, and now the count is full. Home plate umpire Evan Johnson making the call. MacArthur looks back at Sitta on second. Now he comes home with the payoff pitch, up and in, ball 4. And that will load the bases here in the second. Sitta on third, Scott on second, and Sanchez now down to first. Here's the catcher, Dylan Shockley. He's only played in 11 games this season, so not much experience this summer for Altoona. But he comes up with the bases loaded and just 1 out. Mac gets him to foul back the first pitch he sees. And there is strike number 1. Certainly capable of getting out of this inning without any damage across the board, as he struck out the side in the first. Shockley spending some time on the developmental list this season, so that's why he's only played in a handful of games. As James takes a deep breath with the bases loaded, goes down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Shockley drafted in 2019 by the Pirates in the 34th round. I'm interested that they had him catch in today's game with Blake Sable as the designated hitter today. Here's the 1-1 from Mac, a big swinging strike out of Shockley with a 95-mile-an-hour offering, 1 and 2. After Shockley, Altoona will go back to the top of the order. They do have 1 out on the board here. Mac looking for 2 with the 1-2 pitch outside. Will go again. Sitta, Scott, and Sanchez left to right on the bases. Manager Kyron Madison out on the third base coach's box, giving the signs to his team. James comes home with the high heat. The 2-2 results in a swinging strikeout. 95-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs gets Shockley for out number 2, and that is a huge game changer here with the bases loaded. A sac fly will result in nothing. First pitch ball here to Andres Alvarez, who got out swinging his first time up. Alvarez, a 276 hitter, takes a strike, 1-1. 2 outs on the board, but the bases are still loaded here for the Altoona curve. No damage done as of yet. MacArthur looks back at first. The bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Alvarez upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Solid crowd out here for game 1 of the doubleheader. I know a lot of people still at work, and we're ready for the 7 p.m. game. So lots going to be trickling in for the next hour or two, as the gates were originally going to open at 5 o'clock anyways. MacArthur misses upstairs, 3 balls and 1 strike. He's got no place to put him. And he sends ball 4 downstairs to him. That will walk in a run as Sitta crosses the plate. Altoona leads 1-0. And now we'll see a visit from the pitching coach, Matt Hockenberry here. Pretty unusual for James MacArthur. Doesn't issue a lot of walks on the season. If I go back to, his starter profile, typically 2 or less the entire game. He's now had 2 in this inning. Did have 1 outing where he issued 4 walks, and that was a time where he gave up 4 runs in the end. So maybe a visit quickly from the pitching coach here could get him back, back together, the confidence back up here with the bases loaded and 2 outs on the board. He'll see Jared Triolo, who had a hit in his last at-bat. Scott at third, Sanchez at second, and Alvarez now walks down to first. 1 run, not too big of a deal across the board, but hoping can get out of it without any more damage. Max gonna fight off Triolo here. Sends this sky high in the infield. Coming in, Guzman in front of second base. He makes the catch, so with the bases loaded, James MacArthur gets out of it with just 1 run of damage. Keeps the Fightin' Phils in this game as we head to the bottom of the first. Reading looking for some run support. Bottom of the second. Yep, bottom of the second.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Aldrum Corridor is going to lead us off here in the bottom of the second. Altoona scored a run on a bases-loaded walk in the top of the second inning. So Reading down by 1 here, looking to get at least somebody on the base pass. A 7-inning contest, so still got a lot of time left as Corridor comes up for the first time today. Reading has already had a hit. That was Jalen Ortiz in the first. Didn't get farther than first base. As Corridor with the 1-1 takes a swinging strike. 98. Burrows seemingly adding more and more velocity with the pitches he throws. One, two, way above his head. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Corridor lines this deep and foul. It'll head into the left field grandstand. Keep his 2-2 count. Got a good this day in baseball town history for you when we get a sack. Burrows deals the 2-2, a swinging strike from Corridor, and there's out number 1 in the bottom of the 2nd inning here for Jack Conley. Watching Conley swing in the cages yesterday before we were supposed to have the game, and does a really good job of situational hitting, which I've noticed live in-game action with certain runners on in certain positions, certain amount of outs on the board. He is really good at putting the ball where it needs to go to handle that situation. As he takes a called strike inside, 1-1 the count. So they were calling out scenarios for him. What was the score? How many people are on the bases? What's the count? How many outs are there? And he was placing the ball where he would most want it to go in game as he sends this down the first baseline foul. A ball and 2 strikes to his name. And got really, really good at putting it where he needs it to go. Reading just looking for somebody on base here with 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd. They trail by 1 run. Conley checks his swing, but he doesn't go around, says the first base umpire Ray Valero, and the count moves to 2-2. Burrows kicks and fires. Conley goes down swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Mike Burrows here to start off the bottom of the 2nd. And with 2 outs now, here is Jonathan Guzman. Guzzi's trying to get his batting average back above the Mendoza line. Had a couple of base knocks in the series against Hartford and is bringing it up. Here's the pokes this the opposite way, foul. Down 0-1. The R fills down 1-0. As Altoona scored a run in the top half, but James MacArthur was able to get out of it without any more damage with the bases loaded. As Guzman takes a called strike, down 0-2. This one way outside, a ball and 2 strikes here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd. Whoever's out on second base, that's Alvarez, is drawing something in the turf. Burrows kicks and fires. He goes off speed and he strikes out Guzman. He gets the side down on strikeouts as we head into the 3rd. Altoona keeps their 1-0 lead.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you. You want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis throughout the 2022 season. Visit Alex's convenient website at brgpa.com and search for your perfect home today. His custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and he's there to answer all your questions. Call Alex today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils and all 11 Savage Auto Group Fiesta Friday games during the 2022 season. eXp Realty Group and Alex Patansis, where every move matters. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com. Altoona up 1-0 as we head into the top of the third here at FirstEnergy Stadium. James MacArthur out for another inning of work. The starter has only thrown 41 pitches here, as he will go after Blake Sable, Peguero, and Frazier. Here in the top of the third, Altoona just 1 run on 2 hits. Reading just 1 hit in the contest as MacArthur deals the first pitch ball and then gets a swinging strike out of Sable, who he struck out looking his first time up. Designated hitter from the left side takes a called strike at the knees. And there is a called strike 3 off speed at the knees. And Sable just watched it pass by. MacArthur starts off this inning with his 5th strikeout of the game. And out number 1 here in the top of the third for Liover Peguero. Max had a game-high 7 strikeouts. He's done that twice this season. A career-high 10, which we saw him do last summer, as Peguero takes a first pitch foul ball for strike number 1. See if Mac can settle in here as he gets a swinging strike, going down and away, 0-2 the count. Righty kicks and fires home. Ground ball sharply struck. Kevin Vicuña bobbles it, and he can't get it over to first. Arguably better that he holds on to it instead of throwing it away. But that's going to go in as an E5 that allowed Peguero to reach. And there's a runner on with 1 out now. I was watching them take infield, outfield today. And same situation as I was talking about with Conley, is that they were giving scenarios to the players. Okay, this is how many runners are on. This is what the score is. This is the situation. How are we fielding this play? And it was really fun to watch the aggression. Reading has been very good in the field this summer. Honestly, one of their better positions. This is well struck into right center field. Running over is Marquardt. It bounces off the wall. He tosses it back in. Is there going to be a play at the plate? Logan O'Hoppe with the tag, and he's out. What a fantastic relay throw from Marquardt to Gazzo into O'Hoppe at the plate, and they get Peguero out. He wanted to take a jump. He looked like he was going to take a bag before the pitch came in. He held up, and if he was running, he would have gotten home in time. But because he held up, the throw was able to come in time. If you're scoring that with me, it's 9-4-2 in your books. A huge outfield assist by Hunter Marquardt, and the connecting throw from Sal Gazzo, impressive as well. Frazier gets all the way to third, but now there's 2 outs on the board here for Sita. Takes the first pitch ball and a second pitch strike. Didn't even give me time to say that this is only Vicuña's 2nd game at third base this season. Plays a lot more on the right side of the bag than the left. Mac takes a deep breath. Runner on third, 2 outs. This is sent foul, and he's got Frazier down 1-2. Infield back deep with 2 outs here. Mack comes home. This is drilled up the middle. It'll score a run. Jogging home easily is Frazier. And it's 2-0. Altoona here, an RBI single from Sita. He's 2 for 2 today. Here's Connor Scott with a runner on first and 2 outs. Mack's going to check out the runner over there. He slides back. Sita just 1 stolen base this season. Way inside to Scott. He's able to back up in time. He was hit by a pitch actually in his last at-bat. Mack comes home, gets a swinging strike, off speed, 1-1 the count. Altoona's already scored 1 run in this game. Ground ball right side, it gets in the hole. Akami went for it, but just nothing he could do. Legging it out to third is Sita. And there's runners on the corners with 2 outs. Lolo Sanchez walked in his last at-bat. He'll have an opportunity at the plate with runners in scoring position and 2 away. Reading trying to not let this game get away from them here. But they do have 2 outs on the board. Sita at third, Scott at first. Mack against Lolo Sanchez sends the ball outside. Altoona 2 runs on 5 hits. Reading no runs on 1 hit. Comes home in the strike zone. 1-1. Big swing and a miss out of Sanchez, and now Mack is a strike away from getting out of this inning. Allowed a run in the second and the third here, but hopefully not anymore. With 2 outs on the board, there's 2 runners on. Takes a deep breath. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball left side. Vicuña dives for it, but he doesn't come up with it. And coming home is Sita, making it 3-0 Altoona here. Scott advances only to second, and an RBI single from Sanchez plates another run. Two tough plays for Vicuña at third, where he just hasn't been able to come up with it. Ohapi's going to take a moment to head out and talk to his pitcher here. 2 on and 2 out. He'll see the number 9 batter, Shockley, with an opportunity to get out of this frame. Mack gets the sign from Ohapi to the righty batter here, Shockley. Struck out, swinging his first time up. We'll see if MacArthur can get him to do the same. First pitch strike. Altoona's already scored 3 runs. This is taken out to center field. Conley tracking it Takes a couple steps to his right, and he makes the catch, and that'll do it. 2-run score in this frame. Altoona leads 3-0. Reading needs some run support for James MacArthur, and they'll have the bottom of the third to try to do so.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wild Missing Family Restaurant and Bakery, Squawk Cafe, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, Jersey Mike's Subs, Klinger's on Crosonia, and Subway for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Sal Gazzo's going to lead us off here in the bottom of the third. Altoona plated 2 more runs in the top half off the bats of Sitta and Sanchez. So they lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. As Burrows comes up, he'll see Gazzo, Marquardt, and Vicuña on the first pitch. Sal grounds the ball to the first baseman, who made the play unassisted to take out number 1. Hunter Marquardt will come up for the first time today. Marquardt takes the first pitch strike here, number 9 batter, before we go back to the top of the order. Reading has just 1 hit so far, Jalen Ortiz, as Hunter fouls this one back into the net behind home plate. The lefty batter will see a little bit of a shift on him from the Altoona defense here. The shortstop Peguero behind the bag at second, and Triolo really manning the left side of the infield. Marquardt fouls this one back again, down 0-2. Swing and a miss. Sal out on strikes, and Reading quickly has 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. But back to the top of the order we go here with Kevin Vicuña. Burrows now 5 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings. Vicuña takes the ball outside to start this off. Reading down by 3 runs here. Goes outside, 2-0. 7-inning game, so we still got a lot of time under our belt in the bottom of the third, and 3 runs certainly not insurmountable for the Fightin' Phils. Vicuña ahead in the count, 2-0. The righty Burrows deals at the knees, 3-0. 6'2", 195. He looks way taller than 6'2" out there. And I know he's standing up against Vicuña, who's 6 foot, but I'm going to say he's taller than 6'2". 2 balls, 2 strikes as Kevin takes a swinging one. Grounds this one foul into his shin to stay alive. Waiting on deck, Josh Akami. Infield, outfield, back deep. Vicuña, a swinging strike, back-to-back Ks for Mike Burrows as he is dominating this game. Puts 6 strikeouts on the board for the Fightin' Phils, and they keep trailing 3-0. On to the 4th inning we go. James MacArthur back in just a moment.
Roof Max of West Reading is a safe, easy, proven, and affordable alternative to a complicated and expensive asphalt roof replacement. Roof Max's revolutionary new technology uses natural plant-based bio oil to restore shingles flexibility and instantly add 5 years of life to a roof. And treatment is around 20% of the cost of a complete roof replacement. From homes to commercial complexes, Roof Max of West Reading can help. Visit GetRoofMax.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
MacArthur back to seeing the top of the order here in the 4th. Andres Alvarez, Jared Triolo, and Blake Sable. Something going on here. The first baseman, Josh Akami, had to run back to the clubhouse for a second, so now he's back on the diamond here, and James MacArthur is ready to go. Alvarez, a strikeout and a walk. Mac gets him a first pitch swinging strike. Smells like hot dogs and sunscreen today. The best smells out there. That's why an outdoor sport is awesome. Misses upstairs, a ball and a strike. Checks his swing, but he doesn't go around. Pirates, not much ahead of the Fightin' Phils, although they are on the other side of the division. They sit at 25 and 26, so just below that 500 mark. Reading is 21 and 30 through the first half. The first half ends on June 26 as Mac pitches 3 straight times, 3-0 the count. But he gets some high heat for strike 2. Here's the payoff pitch. It's taken deep to center field. Jack Conley tracking back in front of the warning track. He makes the catch, and there is out number 1 for MacArthur. James, 69 pitches right now. His highest pitch count this season has been 89, so should be good to finish this inning at least, and depending on the count, may get another one. First pitch strike. Second one just below the knees. 1-2. Taken out to left center. Conley on the run, a dive, and he can't come up with it. Good backup there by Aldrum Corridor. It's a double for Triolo, but Conley lays himself out looking for a top 10 play. And he just can't come up with it. What a good attempt by Jack Conley. And that's, you know, we've talked about how it's a risk to lay yourself out like that. But when you know you've got good coverage, and he did with Corridor, you can take that risk knowing that if you get to it, it's amazing. And if you don't, it's the double that it was going to be, because Corridor is there to back you up, and it's not going to turn into something more. So a runner in scoring position here. And 1 out for Blake Sable. Sable, 2 strikeouts today. This isn't going to be a strikeout, but it will be a fly out to Jack Conley as he throws it into third, just behind the sliding Triolo, who tags up and moves 90 feet from the plate. But there's 2 outs now on the board here for the cleanup hitter, Peguero. Peguero, interesting so far in this game. So he struck out the first time, and then he reached on an error, but he was actually thrown out at the plate, which has happened quite a number of times this season. The Fightin' Phil's defense has been stellar, as we've talked about. First pitch ball here to Peguero. Runner on third, 2 outs. He takes some high heat. Looks a little silly there, chasing a pitch way upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lucas commenting from YouTube about the video. So legally, we're not allowed to show the video on our streams. If you want to watch it with my commentary, you can go on milb.tv and you can sign up for that TV stream, and that's how you can watch the feed, which is always fun. Do my best to describe the action to you guys as if you're watching it on the radio and not tuning into that feed, but same commentary no matter where you're watching. Triolo shifts off third. A ball and 2 strikes here to Peguero with 2 outs. MacArthur kicks and fires. It's foul. Will go again. Another foul ball. We'll do it again. This one lands in the stands. A group of fans give it chase here, trying to come up with the foul ball. I love watching it. 2 outs on the board. Altoona leads 3-0. Reading trying to shut them down here. And he gets a swinging strike. Down goes Peguero to end the inning. Mac puts up a 0 on the scoreboard in the top of the 4th, and Reading will look to put up some offense in just a moment, down by 3 in the bottom half.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
The time has come for businesses to grow, to prosper, to innovate, to succeed. Tompkins Vist Bank continues to be a leading lender to companies in southeastern Pennsylvania. We make decisions locally and invest locally so local businesses can thrive. Call a business advisor today and see how we can help your business grow. Tompkins Vist Bank, locally focused, a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Josh Akami to lead us off here in the bottom of the fourth. Reading needs some base runners, and they need them bad. They're down 3-0 here in the bottom of the fourth, so about halfway through this doubleheader contest here. They've only got one hit. That was from Jalen Ortiz, but they'll start off in the heart of their order, and after James MacArthur got a big strikeout to end the inning, so hopefully they can take that momentum. It'll be Akami, Ortiz, and Ohapi here. Akami from the left side against Burrows takes a first pitch ball and then a second one outside. Burrows has been cruising so far, 6 strikeouts and only 42 pitches. Josh sends this foul. 2 balls and a strike. Sends the sky high. Triolo coming in foul territory up the third baseline. It's playable. He's able to make the catch. And there is out number 1 for the Fightins. Here is Jalen Ortiz, the only batter to reach base successfully with a hit in the first. We'll see if he can do it again, get something rolling for the fight. And sometimes, you know, all it takes is one guy to get things rolling. Ortiz fouls it back. And another foul ball, down 0-2. One out on the board here, bottom of the fourth. Reading trails 3-0, and Ortiz is caught looking. And there is out number 2 in the frame. Ohapi crushes this ball out to left field. Racing is Frazier, but it is foul. And the left field deck, he takes it deep, but he got to move it over to the right just a little bit. The 0-1, down and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Reading has 2 outs here. They're trying to get somebody on, make something happen, down by 3. Burrows is working quickly, though he misses outside. Hoppy checks a swing, but he holds off at a pitch below the strike zone, and now he's ahead in the count 3-1. On deck, Aldrum Corridor. 2 outs here. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4, and Reading will have a base runner. Logan Ohapi jogs down to first on a free pass. And here is Aldrum Corridor, who struck out swinging the first time up. Meeting at the mound here. They've got a base runner, and they have a meeting at the mound. The entire infield coming in to discuss the plan against the lefty Aldrum corridor with Logan O'Hoppe down on first. Burrows up to 54 pitches here in the bottom of the fifth. He's allowed, or bottom of the fourth, excuse me. He's allowed just one hit and one walk. Redding trying to make something happen here with 2 outs. Corridor checks his swing upstairs. O'Hoppe shuffling off the bag at first. Corridor takes a pitch on the outside corner, 1-1. Logan leads the current active players in stolen bases with 4. Guzman has 4 as well, and Wendell Rijo has 6, who's working his way back in rehab appearances. He's in Clearwater right now. Here's the 1-1. Hits the outside corner again. Aldrum can't believe it. Takes a moment to step out of the box. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. Redding trails 3-0 to Altoona, but they've got a base runner, Logan O'Hoppe, out at first. He's going on contact at 1-2, but Corridor swings through the pitch, and that is strikeout number 8 here in this contest as it ends the inning for Mike Burrows. Redding strands a runner on. To the 5th we go in just a moment.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the R-Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other R-Phils fans, see an R-Phils road game, meet with an R-Phils player, and see 2 Philadelphia Phillies road games. The White Star R-Phils fan road trip visits Erie and Pittsburgh, Thursday, July 28th through Sunday, July 31st. You see the R-Phils at Erie, meet with an R-Phils player or coach, then head to Pittsburgh for a tour of the city, including the Incline, and a ride on the Yankee Clipper riverboat. You will attend 2 Phillies games versus the Pirates on Friday and Saturday before traveling home Sunday with a stop at the Flight 93 National Memorial. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star R-Phils fan road trip to Erie and Pittsburgh. Space is very limited. Sign up today.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Top of the 5th, James MacArthur back out to start off this inning. Mac will see Matt Frazier, Brent Sitta, and Connor Scott here in the 5th. They're up a 0 in the 4th. Reading has not given him any run support today. They trail 3-0. Mac will look to keep them in this game as he sends a first pitch strike to Frazier, who grounds out to second base, and there is out number 1. James at 82 pitches. There is somebody standing up in the bullpen, but I think they'd like to see him get through this frame if the pitch count allows and if he can. And so he's got one quick out here for Sitta, who's had 2 hits today, including an RBI and 2 runs of the 3 scored. So he has been all over Mac, but he takes the first pitch ball below the knees. Sends him some high heat, keeping his fastball still pretty good, 93 upstairs, and the count moves to 1-1. It's really this part of the order that's given Mac trouble, not really the top half. So he misses downstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. People starting to trickle into the ballpark. Gates would have been open if it was a single game, but 2 for the price of 1 today as Sitta sends this down into left field, and it is foul, which gives MacArthur another opportunity here with 2 strikes. Close down the left field line, but it just bounced foul. Third base umpire Brian DeBrouwer, the one monitoring there. Now Mac will get back on the first base side of the rubber with a 2-2 count. He goes right down the middle off speed for a called strike. I guess Sitta thought that was a little bit inside. Doesn't get the call he was looking for. MacArthur does, and he ties his season-high strikeout count with 7. And 2 outs here in the 5th. Somebody now throwing in the bullpen for Reading. Looks like Jack Perkins, maybe. And here is Connor Scott, who's been on twice today. A hit by pitch and a single, but he takes a swinging strike.
Attention media, number 11, Jack Perkins, warming in the Fightin's bullpen.
A ball and a strike here with 2 outs. Mac looking for his first 1-2-3 frame, if possible. O'Hoppe holds this at the bottom part of the zone, but just doesn't get the call from the home plate umpire, so he'll have to go again. Two balls and a strike, 2 outs, no runners on. Goes upstairs, 3-1. Here's the windup and the offering. Another swinging strike out of Scott, and now the count is full. MacArthur's got 2 quick outs to start off this top of the 5th. Up to 92, the first Arfill starter to get into the 90s. And Sean is going to let him try to get this batter out. 2 outs on the board, the payoff pitch for James, and he misses the outside corner. That was close. That was very close. But he walks Scott, who's been on base 3 times today, and there's a runner on with 2 outs for Lolo Sanchez. Will they let him face Sanchez? Looks like they will. Sanchez steps into the righty batter's box. He's been on twice today, a walk and a single, with a runner on and 2 outs. We'll see if he can get through the frame. Popped up on the first pitch. Logan O'Hoppe rips off the mask. Well, actually, he keeps it on. That's not true. Just so used to saying that. But O'Hoppe has good vision, but it heads into the stands anyways. Misses below the knees, a ball and a strike. Looking to get out of this clean if he can. Altoona leads 3 runs on 7 hits. Reading no runs on 1 hit. Looks down, now back up. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball left side. Vicuña's got this one. He's going to make the force out at second, and that'll do it. Mac puts up a 0 in the top of the 5th. A total of 96 pitches for the starter. I think his day will be done. As we head into the bottom half, Reading trails by 3, and they need some offense.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Peloton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Peloton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2022 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are healthy, safe, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community for animals anywhere by visiting humanepa.org.
This is the Crazy Hot Dog Vendor coming to you from the radio booth. When I need to get somewhere in a hurry and the ostrich isn't cutting it, I hop on my Harley Davidson from Classic Harley Davidson. It's your one-stop shop for all your Harley needs. They have everything you need from boots, jackets, t-shirts, gloves, mugs, and oh yeah, they have a great selection of bikes too, which are almost as good on gas as an ostrich. Go to Classic Harley Davidson for everything Harley Davidson, and I'll see you at Harley Night.
Reading's got some work to do, bottom of the fifth. They trail by 3, and they've only got 1 hit today as Jack Conley steps up to start things off. Takes a first pitch ball. Conley, a swinging strikeout in the second. Up for the second time today. Looking to just get somebody on here in Baseball Town. Crowd coming in now. Game 1 of the doubleheader, just 7 innings here. Conley pops this up in foul territory, 2 balls and a strike. Jack in the righty batter's box. Burrow kicks and fires. It's upstairs. It's a ball and 3-1 the count. Jack, a very patient hitter at the plate. We'll see if he tries to wait this one out or if he gets a good pitch. Burrow kicks and fires. It hits the outside corner. And now the count is full. Here's the payoff pitch. It's above the letters, and Reading will get a base runner to start off this top of the 5th. Can't tell you how imperative it is to just get one on to start it off with nobody out. Here is Jonathan Guzman, and I gotta think he might try to lay down a bunt here. Just my personal thoughts, but we'll see what manager Sean Williams draws up here. Guzman certainly capable of notching a hit here. Keeps the bat on his shoulder, and he takes a ball outside. Pirates fans wanted the call on the outside corner, but Guzzi makes the right decision to take. Ground ball right side. They're going to try to turn 2. 1-6, but he runs it out, and it actually gets out of the field of play. He's going to hustle for second. The throw is way ahead of Guzman, and he's punched out at second, and Reading gets tied up in a double play. It bounced off the net in the dugout suite, and just there was 3 infielders over there fielding it. And that puts 2 outs on the board and nobody on here for the Fightin' Phils. Conley out on the force out. Guzman out trying to advance to second, and that would have gone in as a fielder's choice. Anyways, so 2 outs on the board now for Sal Gazzo. Reading's got nobody on the bag anymore, and they trail by 3. Sal grounded out to first base already in this contest. He takes a ball to start it off. The switch hitter will bat from the left side here against Burrows. Nobody up in the bullpen for him. Just 66 pitches here as he misses again below the knees, 2-0. This is sent foul down near the Fightin' Phil's bullpen. 2-1 the count here to Gazzo. Hunter Marquardt waiting on deck. Jack Perkins warming up for the Fightin' Phils. We should see him in the next frame. Sal takes ball number 3, and Reading has an opportunity to get another base runner back on. 2 outs on the board, though. Bottom of the 5th inning out of 7. They trail by 3 runs. Gazzo takes ball 4 outside. And he'll go down to first on a free pass here with 2 outs. It's Hunter Marquardt. Hunter Marquardt from the left side as well. Talking to the umpire about something. Now he'll step in with Sal Gazzo down at first. Both of these guys got a lot of speed on them. Third baseman Triolo playing a little bit in as Marquardt takes a back foot slider, 1-0. Gazzo shuffles off the bag at first with 2 outs. He's going on contact. They throw down to first from back behind the plate. Shockley couldn't believe they didn't have him, but Gazzo's got some serious fast twitch muscles, and he was able to dive back on time. Pitch was a strike, though, to Hunter Marquardt. Burrows deals. Another back foot slider misses. 2 balls and 1 strike, cutting way in on the lefty batter. I think it would maybe get the righty to chase, but in this situation, it's just pretty inside. Runner on first, 2 outs, Reading down by 3. Marquardt takes a fastball upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Burrows turns his around and looks back at Gazzo on first. Here's the 2-2. Outside. Good frame by Shockley. He tries to pull it back in the zone. Made it a little bit more obvious than I think he would have liked, bringing it back in. So it's now full here to Hunter Marquardt. Burrows has already walked 2 batters here in this inning. Sal Gazzo going, but Marquardt down on strikes to end the inning. That will do it here for the Fightin' Phils. Strand a runner on and fail to score, down 3-0, top of the 6th. Jack Perkins in just a moment.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus, 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular season tickets are $31 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
For top-flight local jobs, go with who you know. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands brought on by the pandemic, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com.
Jack Perkins enters the game here from the bullpen, from the Alvernia University bullpen, here for James MacArthur. Reading trails 3-0. They've only had that one hit by Jalen Ortiz so far. They did have some walks in the fifth, but they stranded them on, so we'll see if Perkins can keep them in this game. Mac, 5 innings of work, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, and 3 walks and 7 strikeouts, tying his season high on a season-high 97 pitches. Both sides have been quiet since the 3rd inning. Reading had an opportunity there, but they couldn't get a run on the board. As Dylan Shockley sends this into center field, Conley makes a diving snag, actually sliding, as he goes feet first into it. The outfielder puts out number 1 on the board. As we go back to the top of the order for Andres Alvarez. Jack Perkins has really joined the bullpen here. I don't know if he has, if they're going to send him back to being a starter or if he's really just going to stay in the bullpen. Last outing out of the pen, 3 innings of work, 1 hit, 1 run, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. The good thing about Perkins is that because he did start for the majority of his career here and just is in the bullpen right now, can get us high pitch count, can get us through a lot of innings here. And a chance he'll be here through the rest of them as he sends a first pitch ball to Alvarez, who's walked otherwise 0 for 2, takes one below the knees. There's a called strike, very loud by Evan Johnson. I appreciate that, honestly. Easy to hear the call up here. 2-1 in the dirt. 3-1. 1 out on the board here for Jack Perkins. First game of a 6-game set. The second one will come right after this one. Game 2 of the doubleheader, just 7 innings each. This is fouled back on the roof, and that will make the count full. Swing and a miss, 92, blazes by Alvarez on a full count. And Perkins gets back-to-back outs here to start off the 6th. And now we'll see Jared Triolo just trying to put his team back up to bat in the bottom half. Down by just 3. We go to the top of the order with Vicuña, Acame, and Ortiz when we come back. So Perkins looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning. That hasn't happened in this contest. But he sends a first pitch strike into Triolo. He's had 2 hits today, a single and a double. Perkins misses outside, 1-1. Sun still shining over the field. Crowd trickling in. Beautiful, beautiful day in Baseball Town. I mean, it is just perfect. Triolo, a late swing. I don't even know how he got a piece of that, but he does. And he sends it back foul, 1-2. Jack, a big kick and fire home. This is taken out to center field. Conley barely has to take a step to make the catch, and Jack Perkins sets down the side in order. The first 1-2-3 frame. He puts his team right back up to bat, down by 3, bottom 6, coming at you in just a moment.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorrento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
The Curve make a pitching change here for Mike Burrows, which is honestly very surprising to me. 77 pitches under his belt, 5 innings. He gave up just 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. That's about as dominant as you can get. And they'll turn to the bullpen here to face the top of the order in Kevin Vicuña, Josh Ockamy, and Jalen Ortiz. Will Cobos out on the rubber as Vicuña takes a first pitch strike. Trying to look up maybe how many pitches Burrows has thrown, if maybe 77 is kind of at the top end. Vicuña fouls this up the third baseline. He's pitched as many as 90 this season, so I don't know. Infield back deep here to Kevin, who takes a called strike at 3. And there is out number 1. Fightin' Phils have struck out 10 times today now. With 1 away, here's Josh Ockamy. The only one to have a hit today is Jalen Ortiz. 3 players have walked: Ohapi, Conley, and Gazzo. Josh takes this into foul territory down the left field line, giving chase Triolo. He's now popped out into that spot twice today. And on 1 pitch, there is out number 2. But here is Jalen Ortiz. Ortiz is 1 for 2, the only player to have a hit in the contest. Will come up. Takes the first pitch outside. Heart of the Fightin's order here, trying to get something going now. 2 out rally perhaps, down 3-0. And only a 7-inning contest. So about a frame and a half to go. Ortiz in the righty batter's box has a 2-0 count. Cobos gets a swinging strike out of him. Righty deals. There's a strike. Got the knees. 2-2 the count. Cobos out of Charlotte, North Carolina, a 19th round pick in 2018. Went to college in George Washington, which is in Washington, D.C. And Ortiz is rung up on the outside corner. Redding goes down in order here in the bottom of the 6th. Ortiz not too happy with the call on the outside part of the plate. On to the 7th we go. Altoona up. They lead by 3 here in Baseball Town.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. With Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by eXp Realty, Breakthrough Beverage, Humane Pennsylvania, Origlio Beverage, and Mal Beer. Fiesta Fridays feature special Los Luchador de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Savage Auto Group is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an R. Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play in their Los Luchadores de Reading Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage Auto Group, Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Jack Perkins out for another inning of work. He sent down the curve in order in the 6th. We'll see what he can do here in the 7th as his team trails by 3 and doesn't want to trail by more with only the bottom of the frame to go in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Here's Blake Sable, Peguero, and Frazier. This is sent deep to right field. Marquardt on the run back, and it's a solo shot off the ad boards out in right field. Sable with a solo shot makes it 4-0. That's his 7th home run of the season. And the designated hitter puts Altoona on the board with 1 swing of the bat in the 7th. First long ball of the series goes to the curve. Here's Layover Peguero. Peguero takes the first pitch strike, then a ball outside. He's 0 for 3 today, a pair of strikeouts and reaching on an error. But he's very high on the prospect list, number 5 for the Pirates. Signed back on July 2nd, 2017 from the Diamondbacks, and then actually came over recently. Into center field. This will drop in front of Jack Conley. Talk more about that throughout the series. Peguero gets on base with a single, his first hit of the game. And there's a runner on with nobody out here for Matt Frazier. Only one batter now in this curve starting lineup has not reached successfully. And that is Dylan Shockley. We have a ways to go before we get to him in the order. Perkins misses below the knees to start off this at bat. Frazier double and a run scored in the 3rd. Reading won't have as much time as they normally do to come back. Just a 7-inning contest, and we are in the top half. Don't worry, we're playing a second one 30 minutes after the final out here. So I'll let you know on social media and on the website when that's going to be, as this is lifted into left corridor tracking over. He makes the catch. And Peguero's going to stay at first. There's out number 1 on the board. And then I will stop this stream and I will restart it for the second game of the doubleheader. Here's Sitta, who's 2 for 3 today. Takes the first pitch ball. And there's a called strike outside. Joe Jakes, the lefty, will be the starter for Altoona in Game 2, as this is sent over the head of Kevin Vicuña at third. Advancing to second is Peguero. Back-to-back. Well, not back-to-back, but 2 hits for the curve, put 2 runners on with 2 outs. Here is Connor Scott, who's been on all 3 times today. Hit by pitch, single, and walk. Reading has not named their starter for Game 2. I think it depends on who threw today. Could be Rossman, who was supposed to come out of the bullpen to start yesterday's game. Maybe Billy Sullivan. We'll see. We'll let you know. Perkins with 2 on and just 1 out. Comes home to Scott outside. Batting .291. Pretty solid for the right fielder. A lot of top prospects. Connor Scott, one of them, number 28 for the Pirates. But the Pirates have gotten a lot of these players from different organizations, which is interesting. They love him as a fielder. They love him in the outfield. They love his speed, a lot of ground he can cover, play all 3 spots, plus a lefty bat. The 1-1 is cut on and missed. O'Hoppe with the throw down to third. Vicuña has to dive so it doesn't get into the outfield. A stolen base by Peguero puts runners on the corners here. Sitta didn't run at first, which is interesting because it still leaves the double play possibility in line. That was number 12 for Peguero on the season. And Altoona has a runner 90 feet from the plate. They already lead 4-0. Just 1 out on the board here. But Perkins has got Scott 1-2. Righty out of the stretch. Will come home. Fouled back. We'll go again. Runners on the corners here, just 1 out, waiting for the pitch to Connor Scott. Perkins comes home inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Altoona now double-digit hits, 4 runs on 10 hits. Reading no runs on 1 hit. They did make an error in the field. Both teams have used 2 pitchers so far, and I think it's going to stay that way. Here's a 2-2 runner going. It's fouled back, and good thing it was. O'Hoppe wanted to throw down to second to get Sitta, but I don't know if there would have been enough time either way. The foul ball keeps him at first, and he keeps his 2-2 count at the plate. Thinks about going. Another foul ball. This time it's going to come into the stands here. That was pitch number 7 of the at-bat to Connor Scott. Perkins up to 30 here, but as I said before, someone who started for a while can handle a good amount of pitches and will probably take us through this contest. Phillies don't play till 8 o'clock tonight. They are a little bit out far. They had a great game last night, number 5 in a row against the Milwaukee Brewers, so with the time difference, an 8 o'clock start. Matt Vierling had the go-ahead home run. Alec Boehm tied it up with one of his own, and Ranger Suarez had a quality start. 3-2, swing and a miss. They get the strike him out and the throw him out. Guzman puts the tag on Sitta trying to steal, but Ohapi gets that caught stealing, and the old strike him out, throw him out ends the inning. A solo shot for Blake Sable does put a run on the board. Altoona leads 4-0. Reading has some work to do. Bottom of the 7th, 3 outs here left to go in game 1 of the doubleheader.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, J.P. Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's J.P. Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Berks Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Berks Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Lidl is a normal grocery store with aisles and shelves and high-quality groceries, but only Lidl has really low prices. Like so low they're too good to be true. But true. Lidl, suspiciously low-priced groceries.
Reading has 3 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They trail 4-0 after that solo shot by Blake Sable. But a big strike him out, throw him out, as Logan Ohapi caught a runner stealing to end the inning. Hopefully maybe can bring some energy here to the Fightin' Phils. Just 7 innings here in game 1 of the doubleheader. So this will do it after these 3 outs, unless Reading has something to say about it. Down by 4. But Logan Ohapi is going to lead them off. Then Corridor and Conley. So Reading in a good spot here. Will Kobos still on the mound. He's got Ohapi back-to-back balls. Logan's already walked once in this game to Bing. He goes up the middle, ranging over Alvarez from deep in the hole at second. He makes the play a heartbeat in front of Ohapi. I was going to say, and it still rings true, is that Ohapi has had a 20-game on-base streak now, reaching in this first game with a walk, eclipsing the last person to do it, Archimedes Gamboa, who did it in 2021. Ohapi has been on base, as I just said, 20 consecutive games dating back to May 14th. In that time, he's had 25 hits and 11 walks, which is pretty awesome. As Aldrum Corridor steps up, he's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts today. 1 out on the board. Corridor pumps this foul, and count moves 1-1. Altoona 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Reading no runs on 1 hit, 1 error. That was Jalen Ortiz as Aldrum sends this down the left field line, but it's foul. Reading has been 1 hit twice this season. First was on April 8th against Somerset. Vito Freesia had the hit in that contest. And the other time, Josh Akami had the hit. They also have been no hit once this season. That was against Portland back on May 5th, 2022, obviously this season. Brian Bayo in 7 innings. In 7 innings. Here's the 1-2 as Corridor goes upstairs for a pitch, and he comes up with nothing. 3 strikeouts today for Aldrum. Puts 2 outs on the board for the Fightin' Phils, who trail 4-0. Conley walked in his last at-bat, but was caught up in a fielder's choice. Time is called. And they're saying that will be a called ball to the pitcher, Kobos, which makes the count 1-1 to Jack Conley. I think was that a pitch clock violation? We'll wait to hear from or a balk. Couldn't have been a balk. There's no one on base. A pitch clock violation with an automatic ball, 2-1. Haven't seen many pitch clock violations, I have to be honest. And typically, it's just part of a count. I have seen 1 or 2 that does result in the third strike, that does result in the fourth ball. Conley takes ball 4 outside, and for the second time today, he'll be issued a free pass to first. And Reading has a runner on, down by 4. They can still rally here with 2 outs. It's Jonathan Guzman. Takes the first pitch, ball outside. Kobos, 21 pitches through an inning and 2/3. He's got 2 outs on the board. Reading trying to battle against him in the bottom of the 7th. A called strike here to Jonathan Guzman. Jack Conley out on first. I don't think they're going to fret about him. They're kind of letting him take his lead. Guzzi takes the ball upstairs, 2-1. Waiting in the on-deck circle, Sal Gazzo. Here's the 2-1. Guzman chases a pitch upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reading a strike away from this contest being over. They trail 4-0. Looking for some action here. Just 1 hit on the board, Jalen Ortiz. But, of course, you know, game number 2 coming up. Always a chance for more baseball. 2-2, sent foul, will go again. Conley taken off there. Obviously, with 2 outs, he's going on contact. Here's the 2-2 again. Guzman able to poke a little bit outside, make contact with it, and foul it back. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jack Conley down on first. Guzman takes a ball way outside, and we're going to get to go again here and see if maybe Reading can get something going. Rally time here in front of a crowd that's getting larger as I speak, with all these people coming in for the second game. Once again, runner on first. The full count pitch is pumped foul. That was pitch number 8 in this at-bat. Conley keeps taking off and coming back, obviously going on contact. Runner going, the 3-2, foul back. Pitch number 10 impending here. 2 outs on the board. Jack Conley down on first. And a full count here to Jonathan Guzman up at the plate. The payoff pitch sends it into right center field. Racing over is Sanchez, and it held up just long enough for him to make the catch. Guzman put up a fight there, but that will do it here. Reading strands a base runner in the bottom of the 7th. They get one hit here, and they fall to the Altoona curve 4-0. Game wrapping up here at 6:40. I would imagine a 7:15 start, but I will get you the time on social media. Fans, thanks for tuning in. Game 2 of the doubleheader to start in approximately 30 minutes. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get the lineups. I'm going to get everything set up, and then I will join you back on the air for Game 2 of the doubleheader. Fans, thanks for tuning in. Game 1, your final score, Altoona